Well, hello, all you lovely fellas and ladies and peoples of whatevers. It is your host, EA, and I'm back again with Rent a Girlfriend. Today we're going to be talking about episodes 4 through 6. And as promised, special guests, introduce yourselves.
My name is the Sea Tactics. I come from the land of tactics, where we are all the embodiment of sea. And we have no individuality. We are the same person. And I have come to bless you all with our holy blessed Lord, a 16-ounce bottle of water.
Oh, welcome.
Yes, my son.
And we also have our returning guest, as always, Mr. Rising Sun. How you doing, Rising?
I'm good. I am from the land of the sun, here to bless you with another beautiful summer day and to tell you to drink at least 82 ounces of water every hour. Note, this is not medical advice. You should never do what I say.
Well, one comes from the ocean, one comes from the sun, but they can both agree. Please drink your water, folks.
This is true. Blessed the Holy Lord for the hydration that it provides.
Yeah, I just realized my water bottle is empty, so I'll have to fix that after the video.
Actually, yeah, same. I'm gonna
So-
refill mine.
So, see, I know you weren't on last week, but I just gotta ask, did you watch episodes 1 through 3?
So that's the thing. EA messages me and he goes, "Don't watch the first episodes. It will be funny if you don't." So I mean, I'm not gonna go. Yeah, sure. I'm gonna go watch the previous episodes of Rent a Girlfriend. Like I'm not gonna willingly do that. So this was he made it very easy for me. So I just watched episodes 4 through 6, like he said, and I literally wrote down in my notes, like basically the main plot points, so I don't get lost. And they're all the same.
Mm-hmm.
They're the same episodes.
That's hilarious. Yeah, you really didn't miss all that much. I mean, if you really want a crash course, you could always listen to the previous podcast, which is in the link and whatnot. And
it out.
hey there, Sasuke the Savage, dirty episode skipper.
No, I still want to make my edit where I just like cut out all the bad episodes and keep the good ones, and then like have an hour of decent content.
Yeah, I would love to see that. I'd watch it just to see what you could make out of it. I'm looking forward to when that comes.
When I have time, I might think about it.
So, shall we get into episode 4?
I guess so.
All right. So, the way that this episode goes is that episode 3. Let me just ask this right off the bat. What do you think of the new character Yamori, Sea Tactics?
Her name is. They call her Minnie as well, right? Am I?
Yeah, her name is like Mini Yamori, but I always just call her Yamori just because it sounds funny.
Okay,
also,
just
what?
making sure.
Also, what up, Decrepit Storm?
So I have a wild story connected to this character. There was a guy I used to hang out with not too long ago. Rising knows him. His name was Odyssey, and
Oh, yeah.
yeah, he was like in the server in my Discord server for like a good 6 to 8 months, and he was reading Rent a Girlfriend like when it was in the early like hundreds. And this is the character. He was like, man, this character was ruined. This character was so amazing. Like, and he was a Rent a Girlfriend hater, but he was very adamant that this mini character was like underutilized and undercooked and like a really special character. I think he's a liar. Which, you know, he said, which is funny because the last thing I heard from him, he said, "I'm going to go on a road trip. I'll be back in a couple weeks," and he never came back. So
You never saw him
always-
again after that?
Yeah, I wonder what
I
happened
never
to
saw him
him.
again after that. Yeah, nobody knows. Like he blocked me on Discord and everything. It was very
Oh, wow.
strange.
What?
I got in. Well, yeah, out of nowhere. Like we got along really well too.
Yeah, like I talked to him quite a lot too with you.
It was very strange.
That's weird. So we went on a trip and then just never came back.
Yeah, yeah. So
That sounds like freaking
this-
Hostel. You ever seen that movie?
I haven't, but it is some crazy shit. And the thing is that's already way more interesting than this entire episode because, oh my god, this mini character is literally the entire reason for this character's existence is to cause the plot to not move forward, but to keep recycling itself. I think
Yeah.
a lot of people will say, "Oh, this character is meant to like move the plot forward and stir things up." No, she's here to keep it the same,
Yeah.
which is insane.
Yeah, I mean, it's weird because, like, I feel like she tries to move the plot forward, but for some reason, as you say, it remains the same, even though she tries her best to move it forward.
Well,
It's like, how
she
does
knows
that
where the-
happen?
She knows where the plot needs to go. She's trying to get it there, but it's just like it bounces back.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because this episode, she says Kazuya likes you, and Chizuru's like, no, he doesn't like me. There's no
Well,
way.
that was like episode 3. And then, like, so that got, like, into her mind that Kazuya actually does like her, but she ignored that. But it's still, like, there lingering.
Yeah,
She's like,
it made no sense.
it's like this is how I explain her character. It's like in kindergarten when you go to class one day and you see somebody has a scar and they get all the attention and stuff. So to solve the problem of you not being special, your idea to be special and outgoing is to put on a band-aid, yet you don't have a scar.
Yeah.
So it's like a band-aid for a problem that doesn't exist.
I agree. It's, it's to a reason to keep this stupid series going to 300 fucking
Yeah.
chapters.
It is.
Let's see here. To be honest,
Keep people fooled.
Decrepit Storm says, to be honest, I watched episode 1 of season 3 and nothing else. Well, we'll fill you in, Decrepit, don't worry. Sasuke said, I remember Odyssey. Everybody remembers Odyssey. I must not have been on the Odyssey bandwagon, because to be honest, I don't remember him.
I did a podcast with him.
Yeah,
Like,
I think he was part of my Danganronpa video, like I did on the games.
That's weird. Everybody knows this guy except me. I mean, maybe I know him by proxy, but I don't know. Maybe if you heard him, I'd remember him.
he infiltrated the C-Tatus community and did nothing. He's a ghost.
Sasuke also says, I said that last week. She is there to trick the audience into thinking something will happen. Yep. It's starting to become more and more like that the more we keep watching this series. And this episode 4, I have my notes here. So yeah, Chizuru all of a sudden is like, oh god, do I like Kazuya? I don't know. I can't deal with this. Can't deal with it.
Well, and then she goes on a date that she didn't know was a date with that actor to go see a play.
Right, because
God, this character.
we fucking called this.
This guy's name is Umi. I'm ashamed that Satsuki calls me Umi now. This has changed the entire meaning of this name for me. Like, this character is literally only here to create conflict, and the fact that oh my god, it's so stupid. It's like will they, won't they? But oh my god, it's so dumb. Where it's like, I'm not gonna make a move on Chizuru like Kazuya. And the plot's kind of like at some point like, oh yeah, he's definitely not. And then he does, and then we're supposed to act surprised when it's clearly obvious.
But
and he's like, no, I don't love her. But then he's like, I love her.
But see, you mean that you don't go around dating random hotties and you also look hot?
Bro, I can't. The fact this show makes the world seem like a fucking middle school fucking like recess like is ridiculous. I hate it.
Yeah.
The fact that Chizuru is valued because she's hot, and the fact that Kazuya is so mad and jealous because she has some connection with this dude, like that's not even really friendship. It's more of just like an acquaintance.
Yeah.
Just goes to show that the guy who's writing this does not have a clear hold on reality. This is dumb.
The whole reason they even went out on a date to begin with was because he's a social media influencer and they needed to get their GoFundMe retweeted.
Oh, that's right, yeah.
That's essentially why she did the whole date thing, was for her benefit, for the GoFundMe. And Kenny is now here. C Tactics is now Umi. Hello, Kenny.
Yeah, like she asked him for help. He agreed to it, and then he asked if she wanted to go to the play with him. Not completely putting two and two together, or like ignoring it.
Yeah, and that's also another plot hole with this. How does he not realize that? If you're any kind of person on Twitter who has some kind of following, bro, I caught onto this when I had like 5K subs, where like people treated me differently and wanted things from me, and they didn't have any interest in who I actually was. So the fact that he doesn't realize that, and as well, they think that just getting a single ass retweet for their GoFundMe thing will solve everything, is ridiculous, because that's not how it works. You have to do more than that. That's just one. That's 1% of what you have to do with a social media campaign. You can't just get one guy to, like, you can't just get Elon to retweet your thing, and you suddenly are a millionaire.
I mean,
Yeah.
it could
They
help.
Yeah, they did a lot in the earlier episodes, but like they got a lot of the funding that they needed, but then they're like it petered out. So like they're nearing the end, they didn't get much recently, so that they needed something else to get them over what they needed.
I mean, to me, it's like, if they really wanted that, they should have went more local, and not just. They should have asked for funding. They should have taken out a loan. They should have done something. Like,
Yeah.
So, like, getting a retweet, that's so artificial and arbitrary.
Yeah.
And
well, I
and
mean,
it's clear this was just made to have Chizuru interact with Umi, and then Kazuya gets jealous.
yeah. 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 The thing that made me laugh was the fact that you said this guy's name was Umi. I don't even remember his fucking name.
I did not remember that was his name, but we'll assume C's right.
Yeah, we'll call him C Tactics Jr. Umi.
What? Don't put that evil on me, Ricky Bobby.
But he was talking to her, saying he wants to go out for dinner, and he also made mention that, oh yeah, I broke up with my girlfriend 1 week ago, prior to all this.
Yeah, like after they had gone to the play together, and he was not so subtly hinting that he really likes Mizuhara.
Yeah,
The show desperately wants its audience to constantly go, ooh, like some like 90s sitcom or whatever, but
Yeah.
it doesn't even succeed in doing that.
It made me laugh because the first thing that came into my mind, if you've seen the movie Dodgeball, was when the guy said, "It's an interesting strategy, Cotton. Let's see if it pays off." That's what immediately came into my mind when he said, "Oh yeah, I broke up with my girlfriend 1 week ago." I was thinking this was all part of his strategy, just to go out with her.
Right, and to like not be honest that that's what he wanted, because like if he like told her, or like if he originally told her saying like, yeah, I broke up with my girlfriend, I like you, do you want to go out, might be a bit awkward, but then he'd be at least be honest in his intentions.
Yeah.
And like as like she's not actually dating anyone, so it's not like that would be a bad thing to do.
Yeah. But now Umi C Tactics Jr. He's now single and has no one else to come to now. So his strategy failed. Sasuke, I have to tell you this. That picture that I sent you all those weeks ago where you asked me if it was true, it's fucking true. She actually said...
It's damn true.
She said, and I'm talking about Chizuru to Umi, I don't like him, but I don't not like him.
Yes, that did happen.
I couldn't believe that when I saw that. I was like, this is real. This is a way, yet again, to keep the plot going, but have no progress moving forward as far as the relationship.
This is my notes. After rejecting his advances, Umi asks Chizuru if she has fallen in love with Kazuya, to which she gives a vague answer.
Right. I couldn't believe it. I was like, because I just saw that in one of my random anime things that I watch or follow, and I saw that and I'm like, I'll just go ahead and show Sasuke. He's like, this is not a real quote, is it? And then I honestly was like, I don't know. But after this episode 4, it's real. It's fucking... yes, Sasuke, this show is ass. It is the worst. But here's the best part. She leaves this dude to help them pass out flyers, and magically, just by the end of the day, they have the funds for the GoFundMe. They're going to make a movie, everyone.
Yeah.
They did it.
This gets it. And you know what? This shit arc leads into the next episode, which is even more shit somehow.
Yeah. Let's just go ahead and enter into episode 5. Essentially, episode 5, they start filming the movie. Kazuya the whole time is going, oh, Chizuru's so great. Oh, I'm not worthy of her. Oh, this. Oh, that. Blah, 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 blah.
Yeah, that part was dumb.
I feel like that was the majority of the episode was Kazuya going, I love her, but I'm not worried. I love her, but I hate myself and I'm a loser.
I feel like the author, when he wrote that chapter, was like in a very angsty mood, so he just like pushed that onto Kazuya. He was like, okay, we need something to like make this movie take some time, add some chapters, be like, okay, I can't write manga anymore. I don't know what to do. Okay, I'm going to make Kazuya not know what to do and be like me here. That's my theory.
He was basically talking for him where he's just like, I love her, but I can never be with her because she's not real. This was before he actually decided to create a life-size character of her and marry her. Because didn't he marry her? The actual fictional character?
I think so, and I think he's also, like, in real life, also married.
Which is fucking... That is weird.
Maybe this is the lesson, is that if the author can get a wife, and if Kazuya can get a wife, there's hope for the rest of us.
I'm surprised you guys didn't lead this with the opening part where they're filming, and then they hear a cicada, and they're like, we gotta... Like, this is an issue. Which, by the way, a fucking cicada is an issue. I'm sorry, but use a fucking noise gate, you idiots. And then Kazuya goes up on the bridge, and he attempts to remove, like, this cicada. So he, like, fucking jumps over the ledge to remove one singular cicada from the side of a bridge. Everyone is like, oh my god, Kazuya. He falls into the river, and people just forget about it. Like, 2 minutes later, and they don't fire him. I'm telling you right now, if anyone were to pull this shit on a set of any kind, they would be fired.
Well, see, he's the producer. You can't fire the producer. He's the one giving the money.
Oh, you definitely can. If they are jumping off ledges, that's a lawsuit.
Yeah.
It's his production, so would he like sue himself?
Most likely.
The GoFundMe did not go very well when it comes to. They didn't hire the best people because you're right. See, they could have used something like a noise canceling or diffuser or anything to like help that all that. But nope, they hired a bunch of amateurs that don't know what the fuck they're doing. It's like this
They
GoFundMe really went well.
They could have redubbed it.
Yeah, and I feel
That
like
too?
they just like got some random people from the school who like maybe have a little bit of amateurish experience.
It's like in Better Call Saul, where Saul, for his commercials, hires a bunch of high school or college students to help him do his stuff, and he pays them.
Well,
Oh my
well,
God,
you have a
skateboarders.
budget. You have a budget of like $10,000 to make a whole movie. It's like you're not gonna be able to afford competent people.
It's so true. As somebody who's made movies quite a bit during his college days, because yes, in college I did the whole, film production stuff and whatnot. It's not the best. You get what you pay for, and sometimes you gotta pay a little extra to get that good quality. But I agree, 10,000, it's not that much.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it was like 1.8 million yen, which is like 15,000 to make a full movie. Is like, yeah, that's not much money to go around.
Bro. The worst part, after there's this break, Chizuru goes to talk to Kazuya, and she says that she's never regretted meeting him.
Yep, I saw.
And I'm just like, what does that even mean?
Right.
It doesn't mean anything.
It doesn't. It just means you're not so bad as I once immediately thought that you were.
Yeah, you have not made my life worse.
Pretty
Which
much.
I feel like that was how they're trying to wrap up the Kazuya being angsty part. But they're like, okay, the chapter's ending. How do I resolve this? I can ignore it and move on.
This show feels like it's written by a bunch of 16-year-old high school girls that are way too dramatic and way too like overly into like the idea of like romance and are really edgy.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Let me catch up on chat just a quick bit here. Sasuke says, I don't love this podcast, but I don't not like this podcast.
Oh, and Satsuki, I've never regretted meeting you.
The Cryptid Store said the one retweet did it. Yep, that's how they got their... They were also passing out flyers, so in that span of 10 minutes when they were passing out flyers, they magically got the money. It's so fucking stupid. He has a wife and kids. There you go. The cicada is like the fly in Breaking Bad. Yeah. Where he has to stop everything that he's doing just to kill this damn fly. Yeah.
That's the one episode of Breaking Bad I've seen.
It's pretty good. I like that one. Let's see. Sasuke says he's a little silly. This podcast is anti-silly. Blech. Okay, Sasuke. Decrepit Storm finishes it off by saying, I'm convinced Chizuru just finds all this entertaining and is trolling everyone else.
No, that's Yamori. She finds it entertaining.
Yeah. Yeah. The stuff that she says sometimes I'm talking about Chizuru, is just like, I swear these people just don't know what they're doing. It's like, what? This is how people talk. I like somebody, but I don't not like they like them.
Kill me now.
Chizuru is as dumb as the rest of them.
She really is. So this episode 5 ends essentially with, okay, so Kazuya and Chizuru need to film one last scene, and it takes place somewhere where they have to travel, and for some reason they
And like,
can't go up
Yeah.
there with them and film it.
well, like the director is busy with his other like summer project, and apparently all the rest of the staff is. So just Kazuya and Chizuru and their friends, except
I'm so
Yamori.
glad that they hired these people just to not be available.
Yeah, like I could sort of see the director being busy, but like, what about the rest of the staff?
Yeah, they can't get the boom mic person to come, because I'm sure they're fucking busy. Oh, God. But, okay, the best part is yet to come. So, they get all this to happen. Wouldn't you know it, Yamori basically sets this whole thing up where it's just going to be Kazuya and Chizuru filming this last scene, and yeah, no one else is gonna come up. She's essentially just there, just saying, "Have fun, guys, tee." So they're going up to a cottage, well, some hotel up there, and it's just gonna be Kazuya and Chizuru to film this last scene. And boy, is it insufferable, because Kazuya the whole time is nothing but he's a horny boy. Essentially, is what it is.
Yeah, like obsessed over her in the yukata, obsessed thinking about her in the bath, and all those other things.
Yeah, it's like, oh god, she's in the bath nude. Oh god, she looks so hot in that outfit. Oh god, I'm sleeping in the same room as her. Oh god, I can't beat my meat with her here.
I'm actually surprised he like fell asleep without doing anything weird.
Yeah, I think he was essentially just exhausted. That's what he said too, but we'll get to that. I just want to answer Satsuki's question. Where is mommy? At least her stupidness can be attributed to being obsessive with a mild personality disorder. Okay, so in episode 6, I guess we can just go into episode 6.
I thought we were already on episode 6.
I thought we were still on 5. Anyway, whatever. They're all the fucking same. It leads into episode 6. All right, we're in episode 6 now. So I guess I'll table that one where it comes to mommy here really quick. At this point, I need psychologist to diagnose all of these girls. I think Chizuru has, I can't read, dissociative identity disorder, mommy antisocial personality disorder. Yeah, I think all these women are crazy. Like, not even just saying that just because I hate the show. I think there's something wrong with them mentally, especially mommy.
Yeah, I don't think there are any characters here that are fully mentally sane.
Yeah.
Yeah, mommy and Ruka, those two absolutely are in the doldrums of brain cells.
So they film this last scene. It's at night. It's with stars. She does her, oh, I'm acting. And he goes, oh, well, she's great. So, yeah, like you said, Rising. They go back to the room. Kazuya sees that Chizuru's already laying down. So he just lays down. And he's like, God, I'm really fucking tired. And he just falls asleep. But here's the twist, everybody. Chizuru can't go to sleep. And she's awake thinking about him. But maybe not in a sexual way, but more of a, I'm so stupid. That why am I obsessing over this guy? So then he wakes up. She's tired because she could barely sleep last night. They get on the bus, and they're essentially going back home now because they already got the shot. They're done. All that good stuff.
Yeah, and they like have a conversation on the train where it seems like they might be like making some progress, but no. There's also the part where like I think it was at the end of episode 5, like she was really nervous talking to him. It's like she has something important to say, but then she didn't say it, so which caused him to be Kazuya. And then it turns out she said it in episode 6, but it was mainly like telling him a little bit of the story about her grandfather, which we got like last season, and I forgot that Kazuya didn't already know it.
Yeah. Essentially, he thinks that she's going to, like, she has something she wants to get off her chest, and in his dumbass mind, he's thinking, oh God, she's going to confess to me. So the whole time he's like expecting her to say, I love you, but then she says, here's the thing about my grandpa.
Yeah, like she thanks him, which is nice, but
yeah.
Again, it feels like there's like these moments that are interesting on their own, but put them together, I was like, okay, are you going anywhere with these moments?
Yeah, not really. So, yeah, they're having a heart-to-heart. They're talking and everything. Satsuki, this is where they bring up mommy, because Chizuru's talking about him having a real girlfriend. And I forgot this was even a thing. She said, I'm going to try to get you a real girlfriend. And she brings up mommy and says, What do you think? Do you still talk to mommy? And he was like, you know,
Playing with fire.
right, exactly. I haven't talked to her in a while, so I don't even know. But she's still really hot.
Well, I think his comment was like, "She's hot, so I'm sure she's with someone else."
That's
And
right.
ignoring the fact that she's crazy and you should not date crazy because things happen.
Yeah. Yeah, essentially that was the conversation of mommy this season, Satsuki. So far. I mean, I haven't watched all the other ones, so I don't know. But
Yeah,
that
she was like she was in the background in like episode 1 or 2 for like half a minute.
right, and you see her cyber stalking this dude. Like that's the one scene you see her, and then in this episode 6, they talk about her, and it was just in passing, where it was like, she's hot. She probably has another boyfriend. You know, I haven't talked to her since we last spoke, and that was it, Satsuki. That was the last bit of mommy and everything. But as they're talking, Chizuru from the previous night couldn't fall asleep, falls asleep on Kazuya's arm, shoulder area. So, what do you think Kazuya does? Do you think he takes it with just, "Aw, she's so tired, I'll just let her sleep"?
Of course not, because it's Kazuya.
Yeah, he's basically in his mind saying, "Keep it together, man. Don't do anything. She's just laying on your shoulder. Just don't try to touch her." Oh God. Yeah.
Yeah, they need to replace Kazuya with Kazuma from Konosuba.
Yeah.
I hate this show. I hate this show so
Aren't you glad you got out of the straitjacket just to come back to all this?
Listen, I'd rather go back to the straight jacket. It was more entertaining there. People will poke and prod me. That was more entertaining.
Well, we have a good comment from Satsuki. He's saying Satsuki is a lot of things: a thief, a philanderer, a murderer, but he is not anti-silly. I learned things about Satsuki today.
I'm not obsessed with him, but I'm not obsessed with him. Oh, Decrepit, you are hilarious. But yeah, that's essentially what mommy would say if she was cornered. I'm obsessed with, or I'm not obsessed with him, but I'm not obsessed with him.
You know what I've decided?
What?
Mommy and Ruka should date so they can be obsessed over each other and then get out of the rest of the story.
Yeah.
Yes, that solves a problem. I'm all for it. Makes the show less insufferable. Speaking of insufferable, when Ruka shows up in this episode, you have no idea. It was immediately I saw her, and it was like a rage quit moment, like in Call of Duty, where you get so good at rage quitting, you hit the start button, you hit the up button, and you press A, you hit up again, it lead to leave the game. You're so good at it, it takes a split second. That's what it was like for my attention span. I went from like trying. By the way, I watch these episodes on 2x speed, just so you know.
Well, I watch it in English dub, so that'd be really weird.
Well, let me tell you, it's very watchable on 2x speed because the show is so slow. But I have never so quickly not cared about something than that moment. Like there are times in my life where I have given up, you know, and when you know, you're not feeling like when you give up and you just don't care like anymore, like you just like it doesn't affect you, the weight is off your shoulders. That was this moment. I was unburdened by Rent a Girlfriend when Ruka showed up.
Yeah. She showed up at the end after they got off the bus, and she was doing her typical Ruka stuff where it was, "What are you guys doing? I haven't heard you. You two philanderers. Yeah, and of course it's it's Kazuya going, "Nothing happened." And I love how he was trying to get Chizuru to say something because nothing really did happen. He was like,
Yeah, like that was the truth.
yeah, he's like, "Say something." And she's like, I gotta go take a piss, and then left, basically just making it seem even more sus. So I'm like, thank you, Chizuru, you fucking weirdo. But this episode ends with Ruka talking to Kazuya saying, and I quote, "My birthday's coming up. Will you promise me..." See, hold on. "Will you promise me that when my birthday comes around, that you do whatever I ask of you," or something like that. You know, just basically saying, promise me that whatever I want for my birthday, you'll do for me. And then it ends because he doesn't agree to anything. He just is like, oh. So yeah, yeah.
He's fucked. Maybe literally too, but that doesn't mean that's a good thing.
Yep.
I feel like there are some ways you can get out of this. So she said that he has to do whatever she asks. So what you do is you have Yaimori kidnap her, duct tape her mouth shut, and then she can't say anything or ask, and then it's fine. He doesn't have to do anything.
Ruka is the Amber Heard of anime.
I don't know what that means, but I agree.
No, I get it. I get it.
Ruka, you just don't even just. It's one of those things where she's radioactive. Like you are in. If you are even in the event horizon of Ruka, you will succumb to spaghettification and you will die. You will be redshifted almost immediately.
Yeah, that, I said it last week, she is an awful character just by how she's written. Like, she puts up with any real person would have left a long time ago, but the way this character is written is to put up with so much dumb shit to the point where it's unnerving. I don't know. It literally is nothing more than just, yeah, I love you, but why are you with her? Oh, I'll stay with you because I love you.
Yeah, like, why is she even here? Like,
because her
obviously
heart
Kazuya-
felt a certain way the one time he grazed her hand.
Yes, but I'm sure she can find other people if she looks hard enough.
You kidding me? If she could find someone random on the street that would just be immediately better than Kazuya. Like, and her life would be better for that. Like, she could just say, you want to be my boyfriend? You want to be? I'll be your girlfriend. Anybody? I'm taking applications. And then boom.
Yeah, she could find someone who's better than Kazuya.
Hell, she's a fucking rent-a-girlfriend herself. She could literally date one of her clients. And boom. They would treat her like a goddess because they love her that much.
And this is proof why she's the Amber Heard of anime.
So far, she hasn't
She's
shit.
fucking insane.
She hasn't shit in anyone's bed yet, so we haven't gotten that far.
Are you sure about that?
We'll see what happens next episode.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
She made.
That's her wish.
Oh.
Promise me that I can shit in your bed.
As Jack Black once said, drop trowel and drop a Cleveland steamer on my chest.
Why did he say that?
It's a song. And let me tell you, that's exactly what's going to happen to Kazuya.
Yeah,
it's the only way.
It's nothing romantic. It's just, Kazuya, you said you'd promise me anything, right? Yeah. Uh-huh. Okay, lay down in the bed. And let me pinch out a Cleveland steamer. He's like, what? No. I didn't agree to this.
And you know, he'd fucking go through with it. He would, because he's a twerp. He's a chump.
Yeah.
If Ruka was like came to him with crazy eyes, it's like, Kazuya, here, put out your arm. Let me inject you with some of this heroin. He'd be like, okay.
Yeah, he's like, well, I've never tried heroin before, but I'll do it for you. Oh my god, I could taste the air.
I hate this show.
Sasuke says, she didn't shit in any beds, but she shit in our hearts.
Sasuke's amazing.
It will be a blinding vow on Kazuya like in JJK. Or a binding vow, excuse me, not blinding.
Curse technique, Ruka.
It's just her. She's the curse technique.
Just like
Heavily packed.
throw
Mommy.
her over to that show.
Yeah, Decrepit, I agree. Ruka's literally a rent-a-girlfriend, and she's never came across someone better than Kazuya. Like, no one. I mean, I don't know. Maybe that's the clientele. You know, if you're a rent-a-girlfriend, you get people that are just like Kazuya.
Which, yeah, you probably don't have the best quality of clients, but still.
I think you're pretty.
If Kazuya can get an entire harem, I'm sure she can find someone better.
Yeah, and it's one of the most laziest harems, to be honest. Like, Kazuya... I'm trying to remember how it even happened. He was already dating Mommy, so I'm already surprised with that. Like, how the fuck did that happen?
They broke up before, like, the series started, but still, like, he was dating her, and then they broke up, so he's lonely, so he, like, rented Chizuru.
And then And then was pissed when she wasn't actually in love with him. It's just stupid.
The
Yeah,
show
like,
is the equivalent of going like laughing at all the people that go to Walmart and the way they look, while also yourself going to Walmart and being one of those people that are laughed at.
Oh god, it's so fucking true though. Happens to me all the time. No, I'm kidding. Ruka,
yeah,
she just inserted in that fucking thing for no fucking reason. And then let's not forget about Sumi, who...
it's very easy to forget about Sumi.
Yeah, let's just put her in a box
totally
and
forgot about her.
Yeah, so did the series. She wasn't in any of these episodes, but she was in one random episode. I said it on last week's episode, but I'll say it again. This was her whole involvement in, I think it was episode 3 or 2 or whatever. I don't know.
I think it was 3.
Okay. She was going to dinner with her family, and she texted her dad saying, I'm on my way. She's walking. She sees Kazuya handing out flyers. She then cancels her plans with her family so that she can start handing out flyers. That was her whole interaction, and then she was never seen again.
What a fucking idiot. What a piece of shit. What an absolute fucking doormat.
She canceled plans with her family to have dinner to help a loser on the side of the street going, please take these pamphlets to help raise money for our stupid movie. Yep. That was it.
This show is like is like fucking hypertension.
Yeah, it's not good for your heart.
I think Decrepit Storm is right. The manga forgot Sumi existed, and then so had to put her back in so that people wouldn't be mad. And they made a whole spin-off manga about her, apparently.
Yeah, crazy. Sasuke. So all I have to do is find me some escorts, be socially awkward, get mad and at them for being an escort, buy more escorts, and be socially awkward, not being a complete asshole, and boom, harem. Yes, apparently so, Sasuke. That's what this show is telling us, is that you too can have your own harem by just being socially awkward, beating off a lot, and being mad at escorts for doing their job.
This show is like playing Ride to Hell Retribution voluntarily, unironically, and going, that was great. Let's see, I'm inspired by this. I'm going to make the next Ride to Hell Retribution.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know what that is, but it sounds fun.
I think I've played it before. It's an old school video game, yeah?
It's from the 360 era. Horrible.
Okay. Okay, yeah. I think I've heard of that one. Well, that was pretty much it for episodes 4 through 6. Next week, we're going to be talking about episodes 7 through 9, where predictions. Ruka takes a Cleveland steamer on Kazuya for her birthday, and Sumi watches and cries in the corner, saying, I wish that was me.
And then Mommy comes back because Monica forgot about her for a while, so they has to bring her back in. And she and Ruka get in a fight where they both end up in the hospital, where they meet Mizuharu's grandma, and they end up having a big conflict and drama there. And all the while, Sumi goes on a cruise in the Mediterranean and eats cheese.
That's a great prediction. I love it. Can this show even be considered a romance? I feel like it feels like a meta thriller series with the reader and viewers as the characters suffering through the will they, won't they tension. That's a very interesting, plausible. I mean, it's possible. I don't think so. I really think this is marketed as a romance, but because the author doesn't know what the fuck they're doing. Oh no, they know what they're doing, but they're trying to stretch the series out as far as they possibly can to milk the series and everything. It just feels like that.
It feels like there's these moments of potential where it feels like if they wanted to, they could tie up the show effectively this season and have at least a somewhat satisfying ending. But considering there are like 200 more chapters to go past where we are at, anything that could be good about this season would just like be diluted by all that.
Yeah. It became a horror series. Yeah, essentially it did for the readers involved. And anyone like me, watching the anime, I season 1, that was the one that did it for me. I was like, oh my god. I can't believe it. They did it. They fucking did it.
This show must be what Delirium feels like.
It it is a lot of things all wrapped into one beautiful package. Well,
that's not even that beautiful.
No. It beautiful as in just amazing how a shit show like this exists.
This show is for people that unironically use the term brain rot.
Oh, is that it?
That's it.
I thought you were going to continue with that.
There's
okay.
Nothing more to say.
Yeah.
This show makes me wonder if it would be a good idea to be born in the 1700s where anime did not exist.
I mean,
you're right. This proves the downfall of humanity.
Certainly does. So, yeah, I think we're done talking about this series for 1 week. Tune in next week where we'll talk about episodes 7 through 9. See, will you be there?
Godspeed, gentlemen. I will not. I'll be on the last one.
You'll be on the last one. Okay, so it'll just be me and Rising. C's going back into his padded room to to enjoy, and it's going to be even more hilarious because you're going to skip those episodes and jump right to 10 and 12.
No, I think what C's going to do is watch every other episode, so he'll watch like 8, 10, and 12.
You know what? I could just rewatch the last episodes for season 1, and I feel like I can do it.
He'll just like pretend he saw it and like go off what we say and come up with other weird metaphors.
Yeah, I'll just love it.
Would work.
Yeah. We'll tune in when the episodes you're supposed to be, and you'll be like, and didn't you think it was crazy how mommy just came in with a butcher knife out of nowhere? I'd be like, when did that happen?
Yeah, I think we just like fell asleep during it because we were bored.
It would just be funny because all of a sudden we just start going, "Oh yeah, that totally happened. You didn't fucking watch it, did you?" No, yes. What are you talking about? We just start talking about the show.
Well,
It's not even about the
we ever
show.
promise that we actually watch the show? We just promised we'd do the podcast.
That's true.
That's true.
I mean, the people that think that these are like actual accurate representations of those episodes is, they're
We're
the
just
fool.
winging it.
Yeah,
We're just making it up on the fly.
all bullshit.
Exactly.
So tune in next week where we will or we won't talk about the actual episodes 7 through 9. And
It'll be great to see everyone again.
yes, it'll
Except
be.
for C, who'll be in his padded room, but he'll be back soon.
Yeah, he's going.
Tom Jonas trying to kill me.
All right, here, take some pills. We'll put you back in the straitjacket, and we'll see you in a couple weeks.
Let me eat my Slim Jims. Come on, macho. I need my Slim Jims.
Get C to watch episode 10, EA to watch episode 11, Ryzen to watch 12, and nobody knows what's going on.
Oh,
Yes.
I
Oh
like
my
it.
God. Yes. We have to do that. That's
All right,
awesome.
let's do that.
Okay, I'm all for that. All right, so I swear we did that on the KOA podcast. We did
Yeah,
it
we
just
did
like
the-
that.
It was called a Kid Nuts Gauntlet. One of the worst ideas ever.
Yeah, it was unique for sure. Well, the episode, the series was very much out there.
What show is that?
I don't even
I don't
remember,
even remember.
to be honest.
It was some very forgettable show.
Yeah, but okay. So for now, you and I, Rising, will be 7 through 9, and then the week after that, it's going to be the Rent a Girlfriend Gauntlet with
This is the dumbest idea ever, and I'm excited to do it.
C watching episode 10, me watching episode 11, and Rising watching the last episode. And I'm going to be honest, I'm not going to know what's going on. Thank you, Decrepit Storm, for giving us the idea. And I won't watch any of the episodes. I swear. I'll just watch episode 11 not knowing what's going to happen.
Our jobs just became so much easier.
This is going to be fun.
I get the final one. Okay, maybe this time we'll actually have another good episode 12.
Yeah. Okay, well, tune in next week when it's just going to be me and Rising, 7 through 9, and 2 weeks from now is going to be the fun gauntlet. That definitely tune into that one. Mark your calendars for the 30th of September. It's going to be lovely. It's going to be lovely. And thanks everyone for stopping by. And I have these guys' links in the bottom below, so if you haven't subscribed to them, come on now. Just give them some love. They love love, don't you guys?
After this show, I'm not so certain of that one.
Only if it's not from Ruka.
Okay, you heard it here, folks. Only if Ruka's dead. So we'll see you guys next week on the episodes. Later.